Hello, hello, here we go. Hi, everybody. This is going to be a live video chat show where we do arts and crafts for adults. And also a chat show room where we like to interact with everybody in the chat room. So, with that being said, we are going to get up my chat room here so my eyes can see it. And I have to find me, and it's thinking. We are getting a bunch of rain right now, so hopefully we have good connections during the storm. It's been thundering and everything. Hi, Candy. Good to see you. Good to see you, sweetie. I'm glad you're here. So I'm still picking up beads. I think I will always have beads on my desk. They went everywhere. They did, they did. We are going to work in the Mermaid Book tonight. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it out while we're waiting on everybody to get in here. Right on schedule, 5:59. You're welcome, Candy, anytime. Mel is at home and Candy is being the best nurse. She is the best nurse he'll ever have. She is. These beads are just not wanting to stick on. I've got them stuck on the front of the book with hot glue, and they just don't want to stay in that glue. And I know why. It's because they're glass beads. I think if they were plastic, they probably would have stuck better. I might have to put some other type of glue other than the hot glue, because they're coming off in my hand. Oh well, we'll work on that later. So anyway, I wanted to get another piece of this sachet, and this will be my tie for my book. And I just wanted it to be a little bit longer, just in case. And then we'll put the cold. Is it cold out there? Joe's been out in the rain. That rain come from them clouds. After 51 years and he still wants to keep you? Oh, that's awesome, Candy.
What?
Candy said I said she's the best nurse that Mel's ever had and and ever will have, and she said 51 years and he still wants to keep her. I think that's beautiful.
This is the most rain we've got in probably a year.
I agree. We've been in kind of a drought.
We've been in a drought. Thank heavens. If we hadn't,
And this rain came down real fast.
I'm glad I trimmed back then.
We've got.
I asked for rain last night because I trimmed the
well, you got it.
Bed out there.
You got it.
Yeah, it's the water's up over.
And the storms that come across the Florida, the state, they usually by the time they get over here to the coastline, they evaporate.
Well, this was all coming from the.
Hi, Lisa. Okay, I'm giving you the keys.
Keys.
Yep, Lisa's going to the balcony, and I gave her the bathroom keys. So if anybody needs to go to the bathroom, she can hand them the key, so they won't go in there and goof off like they're not supposed to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They gotta have a key monitor where the ground will soak it up really fast, because we haven't had any rain for a long time.
Well, I know we got more petals right now than I've seen in a while.
Yeah, but they'll suck up real fast. They'll absorb. So anyway, I glued that down a little bit.
What this might be a hot dog night.
So I like when I was a little girl, and I don't know
When I was a
why,
little girl.
but I went up to Greenbrow County, Lewisburg, West Virginia, to spend the summer with my grandmother for a week or two every year. And every time it rained, she always had hot dogs. And we would sit on the back porch, and sit and watch it rain, and I would eat my hot dogs. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Teresa. Good to see y'all. Come on in. Uh,
Hi
I'm
Teresa. Hi
gluing my little
girls.
tie on. This is going to be my tie for my book. So, and then I got to get some beads. Ooh, I could get the beads out right now. They're right here by my side. I would love to get the beads out. Let's see what I got over here that I can put away. So I'm going to work in my mermaid book for about an hour till about 7 or so, and then I'm going to paint for you guys. I got plans to paint. So I'll put those right there. And here are some of my beads. And I will move this out of the way like that. Maybe I won't have a craft lunch if I hold my mouth right. Hi, Honey Joe. He's already in the kitchen. I think he's trying to look for hot dogs. Oh, he took the kids into the big city for their appointments, and everybody's got a clean bill of health. Good news. So anyway, what I like to do with my strings, I got two. I'm gonna put beads on these, and in case you all didn't know me, and you all do, you guys know me. You know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some of this glue, white glue, and put a little bit on my finger, and I'm going to add the end of my string in the glue. I like to twist it a little bit, and let that dry. It'll dry in just a second. It won't take long for it to dry. And I'll do the other one. And a little bit more glue, just a dot. And now your fingers get all glued up. Andrew sent me a picture of some of the food, the native food in the cafe that they went to at the hospital, and they were selling fish heads. And I think he told me what fish they were. I forgot. Oh, salmon. Well, they didn't look bad at all. They looked really good, and so I looked it up. Eating a fish head. Well, every part of it can be eaten, but the cheeks were the gourmet, was the no, really, Candy, the cheeks were soft and meaty on the cheeks, white meat. And you know that little spot on the back of the chicken that's kind of a little oval shape, and it has a little piece of meat in it on the very back of the chicken. Well, that's what it reminded me of, but it was on each side, one on each side of the cheek of the fish. And then of course the gentleman that I watched, he ate the eyeball and he spit the ball out. There was a ball. There's a, I guess that's the brown part of the ball, the eye, and then it left a little pool of juice. And apparently in China and Japan, that's a delicacy to eat a fish head. and I can see where natives, American Indians, and around any kind of water, I can see where you could eat the whole head of the fish. I can see that. But I wouldn't do the eye. I would do the cheeks. And then on the back of the skull, there's some white meat. And that would be questionable for me. But I would definitely eat the cheeks. That's right. You don't want to be, nobody wants to watch you eat. They don't need to watch you eat. That's funny. So anyway, I'm going to get some of these beads and I'm going to string them up. And the first one I found was a little heart. Look at that. It's a little heart. That's going to be the first one. So I got some good size ones here that I can use. And I've got different color of beads. And this goes pretty fast once you get going. And I'll just go through each of these boxes here and pick out a few beads to put on my tassel. And that's going to look good. Got a green bead on there. So how about some of these beads? These are sparkly beads. They're shiny, like uh, like little mirrors. Now here's some more beads. So we got plenty of beads, and of course they're blue. There you go, Andrew. Pick 'em young and train 'em right. That's the way to do it. And when I was young, my grandfather was raised on the farm, and my great uncle had a farm, and uh, he had cattle and pigs and chickens and the whole 9 yards, and he would bring my grandfather the heads of either a cow or a pig, and he would scrape the meat off of the skull and get all that meat, and it's like what the jelly part of the when you have a jelly part of the member of the turkey or in the chicken, you get a jelly part and it's clear. That's what he would scrape off. It's a fat particle, and he would scrape that off, and he would put it in a pot, and he would cook it, and and then he would pour the meat and the juice that he cooked. He would put it in like a loaf pan, a meatloaf pan, and he would put it in the refrigerator and let it gel up, and it'd be like Jello, but it would have meat in it, and then he would slice it in real thin slices and have sandwiches out of it, and he called it head cheese was the nickname for it in the country. So that's looking pretty good. Let's get some more. And then I can remember him cooking the cow tongue, and I tasted it. I ate it, a piece of it. I didn't eat a sandwich, but I ate a piece of it. He got me to take a Scout's honor bite, and we were taught. My older brothers, they were all in Scouts, and my mom was a den mother for a long time. She helped with them, the boys, and they learned to take a Scout's honor bite in food, to try food, to try it, and we were taught that. I was growing up with that, so we knew that one bite is not going to kill us, and we knew that if we tried it and we didn't like it, we didn't have to have it. Yes, yes, it's good. It reminds me of uh, like lunch meat, like the the different kind of bolognas that you can buy. Of course, it didn't taste like bologna, but it reminded me of that texture, and I could probably eat that. I could probably. I'm not real big on the head cheese part, but it was pork. It was just pork. It was just food. So let's see what other colors I want to put on there. I've got all kinds. So I guess I could use some of those, and I will do the other one too because I got to get it done. Oh my gosh, they come home with lots of snacks and meal vouchers because they get vouchers, I guess, from uh, because of where they live, and they get to buy they get snacks and food to take back with them because they don't have grocery stores that they can go to every day. So yeah, totally understand that. Boy, isn't that pretty? No one will put on it, but we'll hang on to it. So let me get just a few more, and then we'll switch over to the other string. Oh, I got some metal things too. I'll put that on the end. It's a heart, and maybe one more to tie a knot. Well, that's a pretty one. And that one. But back out in the country, you gotta eat what the hi Zippy. You eat what's on the table. And if you didn't like it, like my mom said, if you take a Scout's honor bite, she would always have something for us kids. If we if she was fixing liver and onions, she knew we didn't like liver and onions. And one time she told me it was a pork chop, and it wasn't a pork chop. I said, "Mom, this is liver." She tried. She knew I didn't like liver. but we were little, but I did enjoy liver as an adult. In the 70s and 80s, I learned to cook liver and onions and chicken livers, and I would do that every so often. Uh, when as I learned how to cook and stuff, and but I haven't eaten liver and onions and chicken livers in years, and I probably will never eat them again. Not to say I wouldn't try it, but I really probably wouldn't eat them again. I probably wouldn't do it anymore because I don't think they tell you that it's good for you to eat chicken livers, is it? So let me get this one untangled and put some beads on this one, and then we'll be done with the tassel. And we'll go through the book and see what we can. I need to put some pockets in, and um, some more decorations. That's a pretty one. That's a pretty one. That one's plastic. Most of my beads are nice beads. They're good looking beads, or they are. Um, these are the good ones. These are either stone or glass. Most of them. There's very little plastic in here. as I uh, turned into a beadaholic. Of course, when I used to make bracelets, and I didn't want to make plastic bracelets. I wanted to make nice bracelets, you know, and nobody wanted a plastic one. So I would buy the good beads, and I'm using them up, buddy, in my art room. Hi, Angela. Hello, everybody. Who else have I missed? There's Joyce and Belinda. Couple up in the balcony. Good to see you all. You're welcome, Joycey. And I hope that everybody's doing okay. Let's get one of these. Just kind of going back and forth in each of these pockets. You can see what I did with this one. I'll show it to you in a minute. I'll show it to you close up. Get some of these crazy ones. That's good. Let's see. Mix them up. And my eyes are not behaving tonight. Nope, they're not. I did get some happy mail. I got some happy mail from Linda and Tim and Kelly Ann. And I'll see if they've come in the room yet. Hi, Carol. I've been in here since 3:30. I'm going to be tired tonight. That's what happened to me the other night. I got so tired because I come in here early to do some whips, some unfinished projects. So I'll be tired tonight. I know I will. So, hi, Vicki. Good to see everybody. Let's see how we doing. A few more. Oopsie. Don't spill the beans. Don't spill the beads. That one doesn't really belong in there. We'll put him back. Get some of those. Get that one. And yep, most of these are glass and rock. And it's probably like the halibut rock, which is uh, a white rock that a lot of times they stain. They color it. Even that there is a glass bead. That's hard. Okay. I don't have one of these. And I'll put this one on the bottom. Towards the bottom. A couple more seed beads. And then I can tie my knot. And that one's broken. He's a reject. Okay. So I like to put one bead at the bottom like a seed bead, and then I tie a knot around it, and then none of the other beads will fall off. And I get it up as close as I can. And I tie a knot a couple of times to hold it together. just give that a little trim like that. And we can close this up. Till next time, till we're better paid. So we've got these. I love it. They're heavy. They're heavy. Got some pretty beads. So when it goes on the shelf, the beads will hang down the side. And then I've got the tie on the back. So it's glued down so it'll tie around the front for the closure. So it'll be like that when we get done. So I think that looks good. I like it. I like the front. I know I've lost most of the beads on the front of the book, but I will attempt to uh, glue the rest of them down or glue more down with some different glue. I thought the hot glue gun was a good idea, but the glass beads don't like it. I might have to get the E6000 out, or maybe just regular school glue might work better. But anyway, let's see what we can do in here. I've got a few things that are stuck in here. We get to let's put one of these in there tonight from Esther, the mermaid. This looks like a goldfish tail. Like that. Little fins. She looks like she's just giving a stretch. She's cute. A little beauty. Little bathing beauty. And if you all can think of anything that I need to do to this book, I'm taking suggestions. Loving suggestions. If you'd like to see me do something. I think I can get her arm out of there. I think I can. Here we go. Like that. Like that. There. Just have to cut this part out. Twist her arm. Like that. Okay. Good, good. So we can put her over here. I like that. I got glue on my hands. And it's right there. So let's put some of this glue down. So hi Angie. Anybody else I miss coming in? Good to see you all. I guess I better open up my Happy Mail. And I'm just going to put her right there on that part of the paper. So, that's cute. I like it. And shall we name her Esther? Let's name her Esther. Little bathing beauty Esther. And here's another tag. If I could find my eyelets, I could put some eyelets in. I like that. That's good. And here's some more tags and some. This one is just real faded, so I don't know if I'm going to keep it and use it or just tuck it in the pockets. Just tuck it in. And I got some more tags, and then these are like flags, and these would be cute as page turners. So let's see if I can find a good spot to put one. Let's try there. I think I've just got two of these. We'll put it on that page. I love this one. This one turned out to be so cute. I love that little bit of lace on there. That was so cute. So this is the first signature, and we really have done a good job so far on this one. So glue that tail down a little bit there. And she turned out real cute. And we did some of these the other day, the watercolors, and they turned out really cute. I did two of those. So that was good. There's some more pages here. This is still in the first signature. And this page was printed out that way, and it looks good just as is. I don't know if I want to put anything else on it or not. This needs to have something on it. Maybe I could use one of these there. That looks pretty good. I could put it there, A or B. A or B. A or B. I did talk to Candy today, and I think Mel is improving, slowly improving. You like A? Thank you, Mary. So I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue. I don't think there's a front or a back. So what I'll do is it's going to go like that. So I will go around the top like that. And then I'll go down the sides. Just sort of hit and miss. Like that. It wants to go at a little bit of a diagonal, which is all right. We'll let it. And then we'll get that side and this side. So there. That's nice. It just makes it look pretty. So let's see what else we have in the back. I glued this down the other day. This is in the second signature. And I'm going to put the tag, this tabby right there on this side. Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be fun, Andrew. This time of the year, some of the birds, and I'm thinking quail birds maybe, um, they lay their eggs in the tundra because there's no trees in Alaska, right? In some parts of Alaska, there's not any trees. So the birds lay their eggs in the tundra, which is the wild foliage, and they'll make a nest and there'll be eggs. Well, the kids and Andrew go out and they find these eggs, and then they can eat them. They're wild, and they can have bacon and eggs. So let's go over here. I love this one, and I want to put it down somewhere, but I don't know where I want to put her. And I can make more of these. I've got the stamp. Let's put her right there. And I'm going to use the hot glue gun, and I'll make it a belly band. She's swimming with the whales. So there's that. So let's go back here. There's more things back in here. And I found this little mermaid, and she looks good on that page. So let's put her on this page. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a die cut. And somebody sent it to me. And it's got little, they're scales. I thought they might have been holes or punch outs, but no, they're little scales. And they raise up. I see. I thought maybe they were uh, something to punch out, but no, they're just raise out. Okay, we won't worry about that. Uh, they're just 3D looking. They can be 3D looking. Okay, let's get some glue on that one. And we're going to put her right here. So we're putting her. So let's see what else. We've got some things in the back here to play with. Putting some things in. Here's another pocket. And I can put, here's some words. Happiness comes in waves. We can find a wavy page. See if we can find some waves. This one's got waves. Do I want to put that there or just tuck it there for the moment? I've got another mermaid over here that needs to go in. There's my kitty cat. She's begging. Now, listen here, Missy. Listen here. You can fed. So, look. Oh, this is a good wave one. Enjoy the waves. Here we go. We got to enjoy the waves. And we could put her and her two fish over here. Let's do that. These are stickers that somebody sent me. And we're going to put these in here. And we'll ink the edges to this. And I'm going to ink it in brown so that it'll stand out a little bit. So I'm going to put that right there. This is the fun part. You know, we did the hard part by putting the book together and putting the signatures in there. I like doing the pages and the signatures. That's fun too. But then once I got it all sewed into the book, the rest of the time here is just play time of putting all of the little goodies that I've collected in the book. So that's got to go down somewhere. That's Beth and Joe. That looks good right there. Let's glue it down. And I am so glad that I only put 3 signatures, and there's only like 10 pages on each signature. So it makes it more doable to finish like within a month. I can probably finish this up, instead of all year. And of course, you can always go back to any of your books and flip through them and add more, but by tip ins and things like that. I'm going to cut some of these out. And this was my scissors here. And I guess I can continue to use my scissors. And I'll cut some of these stamps. And I did buy me a punch that cuts, I think it's a 1.5 inch square punch to make stamps sizes. So we'll just cut this and this. And I might just switch over to the scissors. I'd like to have a smaller pair of this type of scissors that's smaller than those. But that's a stamp. That's what we're calling it. So we got a couple of those. So we did a couple of those. And then we can do a couple of maybe the regular scissors here. And we'll just make them smooth edges. So we've got some of those. Get rid of the scrappies. And then this here is an envelope, and we can put it together. Let's put it together and put some glue on the edges here. Hi, Stephanie, Esther. Hello, hello, come on in. So we're going to just do a little bit of glue here. Like that. And we can, I guess we can glue it down this way, and then we could put things inside, like these extra stamps, till we want to put them. It's just a good storage place, right? It'll be a good storage place for them. And we can glue this down on one of the pages. There we go. That's good. So I don't want to glue it there, so we'll pick another page. And I'll take these with me as we go. And we still have, this is the last signature over here. So let's see if we can find some place to put our stamps. There's another tuck spot. We could put them right here and glue some of them down. So I'm going to glue this down. And this was in the paper pack that I got that Sharon Reinheimer sent me for this mermaid packet with all the goodies in it. And I think I've got some, I got my little letters. Let's see if I can find them. And I can type in stamps across there as soon as I find my letters. Actually, are they there? Oh, I know where they are. I put them over here. I've got two sets. Let me see. Can I see it? No, I can't. Don't see it. No, it's not that. Okay, I know where the other ones are. I just put them in the box over here. I've got a Word box. That for stamps. It's got music notes, any of the stamps that have sayings or words or writing or scribbles and gibberish are in that drawer. But Joe bought me these, and I think they came from the Dollar Tree. Made in China. AmericanCraft.com. So, oopsie. Some of them fell out. OPQRS. I think that's going to be the Q. They're going to be fiddly, but that's okay. We'll manage. Yeah, that one's the Q. RSTUV. W X Y Z. Okay, so we're going to put stamps on this. See if I can get them out, the ones I want. Yep, they're going to be fiddly. That's all, just fiddly. I wonder if I could use my tweezers. I bet I can. Look at that. Oh yeah, tweezers are your friend. STAMP. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. P with an S on the end. Stamps. So let's use black. So we can put these on here in order. These are small letters. They're easy to put back in. Like that. With an S. Ta-da! Isn't that cute? Homemade little sign. I like that. Okay. So then on this side, we will glue some of these stamps down. Be our stamp collection here. And I could probably find some nautical stamps in my stamp collection stuff that I have. So let's put some of these down. And I'll look over here to see if I have any nautical stamps. Put one on here. They match really nice. Got some coral. This looks like it might be some kind of a shell or kelp or something. And there's a seashell. And a conch shell. And we'll put that one there. So I've got some seashells there. And I might, let's see what I want to look for, where my stamps would be. I have them in a box. I could put my eyes on it. Lay my eyes on my stamps. They should be in the shelf. And I have a few in here. And these are used stamps. And that's what I'm looking for, used stamps. So let's look at these. Some of these. I know most of these are USA stamps, but I got some other ones in there. There's a Christmas one. Oh, I got lots of stamps in here. Woohoo! I need to get these all, get them out and clean them up and use them. Look at all that. Heavens to Betsy. Didn't know there was that many in there. Eureka! And I have a baggie to put them in so they don't go all over the place. So we will do that. Joe bought me some snack bags, and they're just halvies. They're perfect for your ephemera on the table. Okay, so we don't need Muhammad Ali. This is a craft stamp. This is a non-machinable stamp, and they're butterflies right now, and they're different colors of butterfly. That's a non-machinable stamp. If you put that on your envelope, you don't have to write uh, non-machinable on there. Hand process. So I'm putting anything in here that doesn't look uh, oceanic, oceanic, oceany, something like that. So I'm looking for ships and water, and it doesn't have to be. It could be any kind of land. Uh, there's a lot of American. There's Betty White. Like this is just a rabbit. That goes in my embroidery threads. There's another flag, and this is a place, but it's not oceanic. Oceanic. How do I want to say that? Ocean nautical. I just want to say nautical. It's not nautical. People. And see, this is another butterfly stamp, and that one's a good one. It doesn't have any ink on it. That goes over here to my where my good stamps are. So here's a good night moon. That's a United States stamp. And there's a credit card. We'll put that back over there. So there's a snow globe. There's a fox, a snowflake, a flower, a flag. I might not have any luck in this particular area. I need to go over there and look for my red box, but I'm glad I'm looking through these. So there's a raccoon, and there's a global one. Now this would be nautical because it's got the compass on it, and I would consider that a nautical stamp. So we can take, and I could show you how my I've got some goo gone uh, solvent, and it'll take all that paper off in lickety split. This is rocks or something. I don't know what that is. This one is a lady. Here's a Christmas stamp. Here's a PSTD. That's a soldier uh, disease. And this has got some eggplants. Oh, I never did open up the Happy Mail. I said I was going to do that. So who did I say it was from? Kellyanne and Linda. Are they in here yet? Hi, Sharon. Hi, Janice. Hi, Marty. Hi, Barry. Good to see you all. I'm looking for Kellyanne and Linda. Linda and Tim. So far I've only found one stamp that I think I can use on this page, and I do like it on this page. There's a pinata. Nope, no more nautical stamps. Looking for my red box. It's a little red box. That's all we get, then that's all we get. But I'm glad I looked through them. And this little box here, I have no idea where I got it from. Probably from my mom. It's just a tiny little plastic box. And I've got a few stamps in there. There's a Christmas stamp. More Christmas. I've got some stars in there. This is R2D2. Little House on the Prairie. A flower. A Christmas. A snow globe. A snow globe. Another Christmas. Another out on the farm. Okay. I don't see anything oceanish. There's a rabbit. And that looks like a dragon or something. Yeah, that one's nautical. Look, there's a sailboat and a dragon on there. We'll use that one too. And let's see if I can see. It's a forever stamp, but it doesn't have any other uh, representation on it. So there we go. We'll take it. We will take it. And we will close that up. All right. That's good. I'll put that back over there. So we got two. So anyway, I got this stuff, and I can't remember. One of you girls told me about it. And let's see. There we go. Oh my goodness, the chat's just a flying down there. I missed it all. I've been busy. So if you need me again, type in caps so I can see what you want. Uh, my desk is going to fill up with baggies. So anyway, I got this undo remover, and it's got a little lid on here, so you could put a few drops in the lid and lay it on your table, and then you can dip your stamps in it. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I've got two stamps I want to clean off. So I'm just going to move this to the side for just a second, so you all can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to turn these over to the back, and I'm going to take my undo remover. It's some kind of a solvent, and I'm just going to put about 3 drops on each one of those. And I don't know if you can see me do the 3 drops. It comes out kind of fast. And I don't know if it's anything related to 3W oil or anything like that. I have no idea. So I'm going to put the lid back on it. It does smell, so I do have 2 fans going on. But as you can see, the solvent has made the backside wet, and then you just go to this side and the stamp will peel off. And it does dry real fast, but you can see it peeling off without any tearing of the stamp. And there was a little bit of paper on there, but that's not going to hurt a thing because we're going to glue it back down anyway. So there's that stamp, and it's sticky. It's still got sticky stuff to it, but I will put some glue to it and put it in our book. And then this one is just going to do the same thing. It's just going to come right off there like butter. Just like that. And then now you have a stamp to play with. And I use this for recycling stamps. When I get a stamp that hasn't been marked on, if it doesn't have any ink on it, you can reuse that stamp. But you have to look real close. Sometimes the ink is real faded, and it will pick up under the lights. So I didn't think I don't need that napkin now. So I'm going to take my glue stick and put some more glue on the back of them. And if you ever put a stamp on your envelope, make sure you don't cover it with tape. They frown upon that. That's not legal. They have to be able to reach the stamp to cancel it with an ink. And so it's important that they have access to the stamp without any clear tape on it. So I am going to put one of these right here in our book. I love it. This makes it so special. And this is a global stamp. It goes around the world. It is a 2025 global stamp, and I can't really say which way is north or south, but I'm guessing it's going to go this way. We'll guess it. So we've got 2 extra stamps on there. Isn't that nice? That's how we do it. I found another corner. So let's put this in here like that. And I have been using my clear glue to do the edges of these little corner tuck spots. It's been working out real good. And that's just clear Elmer's glue. Clear. So there we have that. And I've got some more goodies back here. We're going to go through some of it. We've got some more, we've got more tags. This is a piece of coral. We'll put that in that pocket there. And a ticket, a receipt ticket. And then this is another 3-pocket accordion pocket that Jassy taught us how to make. And we can put it down here on one of these pages. Doesn't matter which one. Like that. And this glue, I took a chance of putting this liquid glue in this fine line bottle, and it does come out but you have to squeeze really hard for it to come out. And I do put the lid back on, but it doesn't dry up that fast. It can stay open for an hour. It won't hurt it. Stay open while I'm working. Okay, so here is some things that we could put into this pocket. There's a flashcard. There's some more tickets that haven't been cut up yet. So we could put those in that pocket. And this is an ATC card that Dana uh, made me last year. I don't have a date on it, but her name is on it. It says, different doesn't mean wrong. And it's a little crab. So we're putting that in the book. I've got some more seashells, stickers. Have another doily. So we could put this down. Like that. We'll put that right there. And I'll need a tissue to pat it down. And we'll find something to put on there. We'll find something to put on there. Love letters. I was going to try to find a bottle or maybe paint a bottle, and we'll put love letters on one side and draw a bottle. Maybe I can make it out of some paper and make it look like it has a message in the bottle. See what we can find that looks like bottle material paper. Bottle paper here. And there is some more stuff in here I haven't cut out yet. We'll think about that in a minute. Here's some more stickers. He's cute. He would look cute on this page. Will he look cute on the doily? He would look cute on the doily. He's a sticker. Let's put him on this. Let's put him on there. Oh yes. And it's good because he's got white on the edges and you can't tell it on this doily. So that's good. Because we don't like the edges on our stickers. Hi Lynn. Howdy do. We're going to put a shell on the page. See what else I got in here. Another card, a postcard. And I've got another mermaid here that I put out fixed up. I got some more stickers. We could put some fish in the sea. There's some waves. Let's put some fish in the water. There's a guy down here that lives over on the beach, and he does a reel every day of the fishing, and he fishes. He likes to fish on the beach, and he'll talk about the weather and the surf, and he says the surf is, you know, the surf is out, the surf is low. It's a good time to be fishing, and he talked about what kind of bait the fish are uh, uh, hitting on, and that kind of a thing. That's kind of cute and funny at the same time. And I said, thank you for taking us to the beach today. it gets my beach fixed. But he talks about the beach and things going on at the beach. I thought I was going to be able to get that off, but that's all right. I'm going to put that right there. So anyway, let's Put that there. And let's see what else I got on this table here. I got some more doilies. And I got 2 more pictures here. And then I have this little envelope. And these are some things that people have gifted me and I have found in my room. And I've had these for a while. So let's see what we got in here. I see a sand dollar and a starfish. If I can get it out. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of that. So what we'll do is, this is like a little punch out. So I'm going to put it down here. A little bit of glue. And then there's I'm not sure what that is. I don't know. This is some coral, some seagrass. Somebody fussy cutted that out. That's so nice. It must have a punch because they're just exactly alike. But that's okay. We could put some of that down here. Fish are swimming in it. Some leaves. Kind of looks like a hot air balloon. But there's a shell. I think that's supposed to be a shell. And this is supposed to be a conch shell. Better watch my time. It's 7:15. So I think I'll stop on this after this page and we'll move on to the painting for the night. And this is another big shell. And it's embossed with a die cut. So we're going to put that in here. And then there's another little tag. We could put it in there. Glue it down. It matches all of the stuff. And these leaves, I'll put a leaf or 2 there. Just a couple little things. Another shell. Okay. And then there's another piece of paper. Life is better by the sea. Amen. And we'll just put that right there. Like that. So we did that page. A little collage. Cluster. So I'm going to quit the beach book for a while. We'll continue to work on it next time. We'll put some wax paper here. And we'll put some wax paper here. And then back here, I'm going to put all the leftovers. And we'll work on these next time. And if this is too big, I can always get my letters back out and type in love letters with my stamps. So that's good. So there's our pattern for the mermaid. And we'll probably put her in here somehow. We'll get her put in somehow. She might be in the back of the book, but we can get her in there. So here's a few little bits and bobs that can go in the garbage. Put my scissors over here. There's some more words. Well, hello there. Life's a beach. Another doily. And a couple more mermaids that we will continue to cut out. we still got time. It's not over yet. So these were just some little extra bits and bobs that we'll save for next time. And believe it or not, that is a starfish, and I'm going to put it in the book. Somebody sent it to me, and I'm not going to throw it away. Every little last piece went in there. It came with, it's out of the same paper. It might have been the middle of this thing here, the sand dollar. It could be the sand dollar middle. But anyway, that's in there. So there's the beach book. There's some more. We'll put this in the front. And I think I've got everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my tie. See how it works. Hi, Kellyanne. There she is. I'm going to open your Happy Meal now. We worked on the beach book. And the next thing we're going to do is Happy Meal, and then we're going to paint. Yes, ma'am. We're going to paint something. So I'm going to put the lids on my glues. Maybe. There we go. And then this one has a pokey tool in it. Like that. And here is Linda's and Kelly Ann. I think she sent me something for the beach book too. Look, she put jellyfish tape. I can use that in the book. I will use that. I will recycle that. All you gotta do is tear it off. Doesn't have any more sticky in the back, but you can glue it down. So thank you. I'm frugal. I am so frugal. Yeah. And she sent me a painting. Oh, look. This is some of her painting papers. And then she did some doodling on them. And she did a really nice job. Look at that. So I can put this in the book. And I might be able to use her, I'll use her tape to put it in the book. Thank you, Kellyanne. And I'll save her stamp for my stamp collection in the baggie. Yes. Everybody can get to your address, Lynn. You're in our group address list. And Lynn's name right now it's under C, but I'm going to put it under L because everybody knows you as Lynn. So yeah. So we did a lot. We got these beads put on. We did a lot tonight on this. We worked hard. So I'm just going to find a little empty page so I can put my little painting card in here that Kelly made me, and I'm going to put it in the perfect spot. In a perfect spot. I've got a perfect spot for it. So we did a couple of pages, quite a few. So it might look good on this page or this page. That looks all right. I like that. So what I'm going to do is just do a little like that. And this page is kind of a short page. And I'm going to put her washi tape right there on this edge. Ta-da! Thank you, Kellyanne. I can see fishy just swimming all around in there. They're swimming. Okay, so that's good. So let's see if we could tie this up one more time. And I think we'll have time to paint. And I am going to be using some photos as we go along in the painting. So let's see what Linda has sent me. So pull this up. I feel a napkin. And I don't think I have any. I think I've got one napkin in there in the beach book, but I know I've got more napkins that have beachy stuff in there. So I've got this flower on the back of the envelope, and look at that, it comes right off, and I can recycle that flower. She sent me some washi tape. Oh look, there's inch. I love this tape, the inchy tape. Good, good. And I'm just going to take this sticker and stick it right there on the washi tape. Thank you, Linda. She sent me a playing card. I ought to do a playing card collection with all the different backs. She sent me an engine and a train. I need to do a train page. And this is a fabric. It's um, it's kind of like polyester and felt on this side. How cute is that from Tim? And another playing card and a pocket, an envelope. Sometimes they're called specimen pockets or change pockets. This is a specimen. It's got specimen, variety, location, and collector's signature. A specimen and some little goodies in there. I got some eggs. There's some eggs, specimen eggs. That's what Andrew needs. Nest eggs, nested eggs, some eggs, and a couple of little uh, uh, no little cards for the specimen field notes. How cute is that? Thank you so much, Linda. I love it. I'm sure you'll be watching the replay. And I used to have a little book, but I think I put it up. I had a specimen book. And I'm going to put the eggs in there too, in the envelope. That is so cute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the train, I have to think about that, where I want to put that, and the cards. And of course, the washi tape, I can put that over here in my stash. So thank you so much, Linda. That is really, really nice. And I'm just going to stick this all over there for now. And I get to save this stamp in my goodie bag. So, hello everybody. If I missed anybody, hello, hello. So, we're going to paint next. I got something special. I'll show you what we're going to do. And little bits and bobs on my desk. Oh, I'm getting tired, but I'm going to persevere tonight. So, this is what we painted the last time out of this book. We painted this lady. Remember the blue dress lady? And then I had a picture of her. So I found it today. And I love doing something on the opposite page. And I love having a picture of what I painted, what inspired me to paint. And that's how that happened. And that was back in April 25th. So we're going to do another picture tonight. I love this. I love, and we did a cluster for Doretha. And this was some of Doretha's Happy Mail. So tonight we're going to do, we're going to use birds and we're going to use this girl to paint with. And I've got these birds. So let's turn my paper over here and we're going to paint on this side. And what I don't use on this, I will use it on the opposite side as my inspirational page. But I'm going to try to paint her, and then I'm going to use the birds. Like she's got a bird, a blue bird here and here. So I want to do something similar to that and have her coming in off the pathway off the page. So I think I can do it. And I need to do the background. So I'm going to do the background last, and I'm going to do the birds last. But when I do the background, I want to make it textury like this. It's got texture in the paint thickness of the paint. So that's what I want to do. That's what's inspired me. And I'll probably will use this bird and this bird and maybe a couple of flowers like these because she's got a tree, and this looks like it might be. It kind of looks like a butterfly, but there's a couple of little flowers and butterflies up here in the corner. So that was my inspiration for the roses, to put a couple of roses around. And then she's got some like um, text paper around on the background, and we can mimic that and try to do that. So, and then this is just extra in case I decided I wanted. This bird would really look cute because it's got this the tree or the a stem rose vine there, like this one here in the tree. So I really liked that one. So that might go there. And then this one's just kind of freelancing up there. And he could easily be, and this is another bird. This is a red-breasted bluebird, probably a wren. But it's got a vine too. But this is going to be up higher and this one will be down lower. So those two might work. And I might use a couple of extra flowers. But anyway, I got plenty to work with. And so I want to start here. And I think I'll use my pencil. And we're going to draw her face. And she's looking over there. She's looking over here. So her eyes got to go over there. And I think I'll start with her eyes so I can get the real thing here. And try to get her eyelid. And then this one, her eyebrow. And then this side of her eyes, like this. And her eyelid. And her eyebrow. Something like that. And then her nose is going to come down like that. And see if I can capture it without her making it look like an animal. But that's going to be her nose. And her lips. something like that. It doesn't really look like a girl, does it? Nope, it doesn't. But I gotta get her looking over there. I think she's looking all right. I have to work on her nose. And if you guys are hollering at me, I can't. I don't see any capitals. Capitals. Uh, type in caps if you want to holler at me. If you think I'm doing something wrong, holler at me, please. But you know you have to go through this ugly stage. Now don't forget. And then her hair is going to come down like this. Now I've got to try to mimic this with black paint for her hair. It's a Bethy picture, okay? It's just a Bethy picture. I am going to work on her nose. Her lips, I can maybe make her lips a little smaller. But her chin looks good. And then this is her neck. And I don't see her clothes or anything. I just see the rest of the, it just sort of fades away down in here. A little bit of a shadow there. And we will try to use some uh, skin tone. That would be pretty skin tone. And we can lighten that up a little bit. And her lips are too big. But I kind of caught it. I kind of caught the essence. Her nose was too big. We'll make it a little pretty nose. Give her a button nose. Something like that. I swear she looked like a dog. Paint what you draw what you see, not what you think you see. We'll see. That's not really what I want either. Tiny bit better. Tiny bit better. I've never had any art classes, you guys. So I'm sure there were classes on how you do this. I'm sure of it. Okay. I moved her mouth up. Now she's got a big chin. That's all right. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. Here's her. It's a little better. A light hand. I'm not pressing real hard. It's what you call sketching. Okay. Thank you, Janice. Have a happy Mother's Day, honey. Her left eye is all the way to the side of her face with no skin past it. Yeah, this this is her left eye here, and this is her right eye, and it's like it is just barely. There's no skin, and that's the way I kind of got that right there. I kind of did that, and I'm not gonna worry about her ear. But I'm pretty happy with that, guys. I really am. By the time I paint it, it'll be a little bit lighter. Yes, our left. Um, yeah, and I've got it a little bit smaller because I think it looks smaller. So okay, that's all right. That's for an amateur. That's good, and we'll give her little strands coming down her face because that's all, and the rest of it, it's all going to be mixed media stuff, you know. So let's get busy coloring her, and I'm going to go ahead and use my markers, my paint markers, and I probably will use some pencils as we go along. So let's get her hair started, and her hair is a dark. It's a dark black with blue in it. We'll do our best. This is kind of a gray pen. They don't have they don't tell you the colors of them. They just have numbers. Oh, I don't. I thought they had numbers, but I don't even see numbers. The color of the lid is what color it is. So that's what color it is, and it's kind of got a blue gray. It's a gray color, and I'm going to mix some black into it. And with these markers, you can mark on top uh, of this marker. It'll cover up on because they're paint, and we want to make her hair. like that. It's not the best, but it's the best I can do. I know it's going to change. So that's really kind of all of the hair. I am going to go over it again with the black one as soon as I find it. And I can also put some blue highlights in it, like right up and through here. And it covers up the gray. It's covering up the gray. But this is a blue page. That's good. And we're going to use, I'm thinking we used for her skin, we're going to use this peachy color. It's a pinky peach. And I'm going to use this for her skin tone. And some of the pencil marks might show underneath if I do this right. These are my Posca pencils. And we can give her some blush. So hopefully it won't take too long. Once I get started, get the details. And I'm not bearing down real hard. So it's by the time I get her lipstick on and stuff, get her chin. And I've got a like an antique white pencil that I could go over top of this with. That would be all right. So this is her neck, and the pencil is just perfect. It's perfect amount of undertone pencil. It's not like it's a black ink. It's just a pencil, which is a gray color lead, and I kind of like that. It just happened that way by accident. And we'll go up under neck, up here under her hair. And she might have a shirt on, so I might do a little blouse of something. Uh, we might have to give her a little bit of a blouse. Something like that. Oh, I love it. That's what we'll do. We're going to put this as her blouse. We will use that. But I'm going to put a collar underneath it, like some of this ephemera stuff under there. But I think that'll be perfect for her shirt. Just that much. That's all I need. Just that much. But we'll put some color underneath it. This is some stuff that Becca sent me in my when she had her sale. I wanted that little whatever it's called uh, applique, but this is going to be perfect. It's got like a little V-neck on her, and I will have to cut that one off. And it kind of it goes right with the page. So I just have to put some stuff underneath it and put this on last. Okay, I like that. So underneath her shirt, we can give her some color. I'd like to do something more than just this peachy color. Um, I'm just going to make some blue And I want to get some, just to give you a hint that something is there. And this will go on top. I'm making this up as I go. I need to continue to work on her face. I'm going to give her some blue eyeshadow that matches her blouse. I like it. And then I got to do her eyebrows. So let's go with, there's the black one. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you on the head. Here's the black one. So we're going to fix her hair up. These are acrylic brush markers, and I love them. I have just about quit painting with paint and use these all the time. But I don't want to give up my paints. So anyway, that gives it that little highlight right there. And we can still work on that, and I can still go over top of the black with this blue pen if I want more blue back in. It will go right on top of the black because it's acrylic. So that's good. Now, uh, let's do her around her eyes a little bit more and do her eyebrows. And we got to finish her eyes. And I've got a fine line, fine um, brush to do her eyeliner, and I will do that in paint with black. Hi Marie, come on in, honey. We're painting. We're playing. We are mixed media. We are mixed media tonight. So I'm going to use these are some of these brushes are makeup brushes, and I love them. And we'll give her blue eyes. We can give her blue eyes. And you know, I've never wore eyeliner before. I've never wore eyeliner. Just mascara when I was growing up. Eyeshadow and mascara. Little wisps of light of her eyelashes. And we'll give her some lower ones. And I just started using these makeup brushes just this year, or maybe a little bit last year, but that's the first time I've ever used these makeup brushes. And the girls today, they wear the artificial eyelashes all the time. Uh, and that's interesting. I never did that when I was a kid. I'm doing her eyebrows. I like it. I think it looks good. Okay. This eye's a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We're not going to complain. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. And I think I'll just go around her lips. And then I'll put some pink tone on her lips. But I'll just do the outline of it. Not too bad. It's amateur. It's amateur, but I'm okay with it. Yes, makeup brushes. So I'm going to get a real pretty blue for her eyes. All right. And then let me get something for her lips. I love doing this kind of stuff. This makes me happy. So I've got a little darker shade. I'm just going to kind of go over top of that pink, highlight it a little bit. All right, there she is. I know it's not perfect, but I love it. And we'll give her some blush. And I'm going to give her some. Do I have a lighter pink? Yes, I do. I've got this other little pink here. So we'll do some, little bit of blush. That's just who she is. That's just the way she is. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. Hi, Sam girl. Come on in. Ooh. So, I know it's not exactly, but it's my interpretation of it. So I'm going to put the black paint up, and I'm going to try to do some of the backgrounds now. And I need to find me some text paper ephemera, and I'm trying to think where I saw some. Where I saw some was it in the Victorian book? Did I have some more paper over there? Found some. I might be able to find something in here to swipe. Here's some music paper. That'll work. And I might be able to use something like that. So here's some paper. Let's try that much anyway. I like that. I like it a lot. Appreciate everything. Okay. You might even use a little bit of Pyrus paper. Y'all know what Pyrus paper is? Papyrus? I can educate you on it. I know. Hi, Dallas. Come on in. Okay. So, I am going to tear some of this paper. This is papyrus, and it is made from a grass, the papyrus grass from Cairo, Egypt. And there's a process of how they do this to make paper out of it. Linen, when you hear the word linen fabric, it's made from a grass, a linen grass. Good. I'm glad I'm teaching you, Lisa. And so this papyrus is one of the oldest papers that they made to write on. You know, they used to use parchment paper, and it was from the lining, inside lining of an animal, like a goat or a lamb. And they would use that inside lining. They'd take the fur off, and they'd have this sheet, and they'd take a real sharp knife, and they would thin that sheet out to make vellum. And if you've ever seen vellum in our art world, you know that it doesn't like water at all. Well, it's not of water. It's of a skin, of the inside skin of an animal, and it's more like the inside lining of fur. And it's a layer of uh, that they can scrape off and make it into a sheet, and then they use it for writing on. And that's what they used to write on in the very beginning, after rocks. You know, they wrote on rocks. They would chisel into the rocks. Well, papyrus is probably one of the first grasses that they used, and as you can see the strains of the grass, there's a process of how they process this to make it into a paper. And you all you have to do is go to YouTube and type in papyrus table, how to make papyrus paper, and you will get some videos on how they actually make this. They go to the fields and they get the grass, and then they have to dry the grass because it's green, you know. So so they take it indoors, or they lay it in the sun to dry, and then they have a way of shredding the grass into strands, and you can see the striations. That's grass. That is grass. And then they use a type of glue to glue it together. And I bought this papyrus uh, because I was into papers, and I bought rice paper, and I bought this paper, and I bought some other kind of papers. Yes, linen is also a wonderful, wonderful video. See how they make linen, and how they are derived from it from a grass. They let the grass grow tall, they seed it and use the seeds from the next planting season, and they cut the grass, and they stack it into haystacks to let it dry, and then they take it and they lay it into the creek and let it soak for 2 weeks. They let it soak to get it real good and soft again after they dried it out, and then they use these nails that they pull it through to comb the fibers in one direction for the linen, and then they literally uh, and then they spin it like you would wool. They spin the linen and make a thread out of it, linen thread. Yes, it is. Yeah. Thanks, Marty. But anyway, it's a lost art, and I highly recommend anybody y'all looking that up. Before I glue these down, I'm gonna go ahead and do my background with some of the different textures that they have on here, and I'm gonna use this one. It's a metallic turquoisey, and another blue. Maybe this blue, sky blue, light blue, because I don't want to take away from the birds that I have, the color from the birds, wherever they are, whatever I did with them. Here it is. So I don't want to use this blue. So I'm going to go with those, and I've got to fussy cut that out. I need to get busy so I can have time to get done. So I'm going to put this paint on with a pilot knife, and move it around. And I have a palette knife right here. So we'll put the paper on last. So I'm just going to take my pencil and mark where I want some of these fibers that I'm going to be using. And I want to use a fiber up here. And I want to use another couple pieces down here. Maybe something like this, and something jaggedy down here of papers. And then I want to use those pictures, but the rest of it's going to be blue. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do about this blue, putting this blue down around her with a palette knife. That's going to be a challenge, but that's choppy that way. I can still use a little bit of a brush to go around her, but I'm going to start off with that, and I want it to be chunky. Uh, and thick in some places. And I might dry that. And I can do this. Oh, that's good too. I want it very, very textury. And I can also go in here with a little brush to help uh, cover that up. So let me get another little brush over here and see what I can do with It's still light outside, guys. It's 8 o'clock and it's still light. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and go around the edges of her. And I can go back with my black acrylic pens and paint over any of the blue that's I don't like. So I want this to be crazy. I want it to be crazy. Abstract like. Messy. That's what I want. And I can even use a little bit of water to help smooth that out a little bit more even. Make it look like even a different shade because I've watered it down a little bit. But that's good. Okay. And I'll get my black pen back, my black paint pen, and show you what else I can do there. We got to get the birds in here. We got to get uh, this other paint on here. Probably won't need too much of it. It's thicker. It's going to come out here in a minute. I'm going to get a big old glob of it. And I'll use my palette to do this too. But I want it to, I've never painted like this before. I want it like that. I want it crazy. And that might be just it. That might be all I need right there. I can use the pencils to go around the edges and stuff. Let me look at my picture one more time. Because it's got these striations in it, and that's what I want. I want those uh, texture marks. Of course, the birds will probably cover it all up in the paper and stuff. So what did I do with that other paper? I got a little bit of music paper. So, first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. And I'm going to just tear this up and put some of this down any old way and collage it down. And I could ink the edges. It doesn't have that any ink looking, but I could still do something. So I want that down, and then I had another piece of something. I had this piece, and I want to put another piece of papyrus down there. And this is like a building of some sort that I like. It's going to be really abstract. I'll glue that down there and then put that papyrus up there. And get my girl back here. And mix some of this down in here. Okay, that's probably all I need of that. So let me get some glue. And I'll use, I got matte medium glue that I'd like to try to use. It'll go on kind of clear. It's like varnish. And I'm going to put a little bit of that down here. See if I can smooth it out a little bit. And a little bit up here. like that. And we'll put that piece was a good piece for that one there. And we'll feather it out. The paint's not dry yet, but that's okay. I'm not complaining. We'll put some music paper down here. It doesn't have to be perfect. We don't want to read it. I ripped Christmas in half. And then we got some of this. Real abstract-ish. I don't know why, but I want them to go the right direction. Like that. I'm going to get a little bit more paint. I'm going to get some of this papyrus on there. Threads and all. Grass and all. Just a dot of that there. And there's another piece of papyrus for up here. But anyway, I like watching the videos of how they make paper and mulberry paper and Japanese paper. I love it. I love watching that stuff. And I have made homemade paper here. And it's about time for me to make some homemade paper, don't you all think? Need to put that on my list to do things to do. So if you look on this paper, there's a little bit of paper here, down in here, and I've got it running across the bottom, and there's some paper up here. And then the rest of it is this really textury uh, paint. We can do a little bit more of that. I can even get another shade, and I'm going to leave that just like that. And then my fabric, what did I do with it? My blouse, her blouse, is going to go right like this. And it's going to go right like that. I could go ahead and just glue it down even. Get it going. Why not? That's where it's going to go. So get that to stick down a little bit. I like it. This just really tickles me to death. This tickles me. I just love it. Okay, so we got the birds left and maybe just a little bit more paint. I kind of like to get a darker shade of a drizzle. This is Blue Bonnet. Let's see if I can slurp it on there. And then I might do the hair dryer on it. Like that. That's what I wanted right there. I like it. So I could take the spatula and do a little bit of this. Like that. Oh, I like it. Go down here a little bit. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to dry this just like that. And then we put the bluebirds down and we're done. How's that? Can y'all see that now? Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I know her eyes a little bit bigger, but there's not much I can do about that. I can make her eyelid a little bit bigger. I think that helped. I did. I think that helped. And then I can do the same line, but on the outer side over here. Why, George, I think I fixed it. Do you see how I did that? I did the pencil line on the upper lid of the eyelid, and then I did the pencil over here on the bottom part of the eyelid so that they compromised each other. I love that. I don't know what it's called, but I love it. I fixed it. So I'm going to sit this over here and let the fan hit it for a minute. And I can let the fan hit it while we cut our birds out. I'll hang it down, let the fan hit it. Okay, so we need the little scissors. Did I have them out? No. We could put these away. Let's see, these and this and this. And we got the little scissors. We got the pencil put away. And we're going to cut up. We didn't need these little scrappy doos. We liked that one. And I think we liked this one. I'm going to cut these two out. Because, let's see, this one's going to the right. Well, I could use this one. I could use both of these. Okay, and I'm going to cut off some of the stuff and keep some of the stuff. I should tear it. But I'll do a brush technique around the edges with the brush to blend the paper into the page. How about if I do that? This way I can get it done quicker. Semi fussy cut. that. And then let's try this one. And then we can do a couple of the flowers. And it's got music paper on it too. So that worked out really good with the music paper on the bottom. That worked out real good. So there's that. Okay. And I am going to cut out this little flower. And this little twig, rosebud. It's a rosebud. It hasn't opened up yet. Will Nora? I think she burped. There's a reels on the YouTube, and it's the dogs. It's tell your dog I said hi, and you look that up, and they sell T-shirts that says "Tell your dog I said hi." But it's a website of this one fella, and he is probably the founder of the website, and it's a dog. They rescue dogs, and they pay for dogs. They raise money to pay for the dogs that need treatment, medical care, and they help dogs get adopted. They're all for adoption and stuff. If you just look up tell your dog I said hi, uh, you will probably find the website that I'm the guy that does all the videos. And every week he does these are the top 5 dogs of the week that they've picked out, and they're usually funny little things about dogs, and they always try to make it light, uh, like um, they just make it real cute, and this dog uh, appears to be looking like this or the other, and anyway they do all kinds of funny things, little skits, and they show dogs for the that were their top dogs of the week, and then they have the top one, and uh, and then sometimes the guy that does it, he's a real cute young man, got curly hair, and he usually has another girl with him sometimes, and they're sitting on the floor talking about dogs, and this dog, and they usually have a dog featured dog with them that is up for adoption, and they tell you the city it's in and stuff like that, and I think it's out in California, and but they talk about things about dogs, and it's just educational. Did you know this or that about dogs? And but it's mostly dogs, and it's rescues that they are interested in saving. So I've got 2 birds and 2 flowers, and I'm using these 2. So let's see if that works. And these will go back in the bird book. These can go back over into the vintage book. And I might use these birds in the vintage book. Just put them in that book. So let's see if, let's get our paper back and see if we can place these. Yes, my dear, I hear you, sweetie. I do hear you. So here's my abstract. And here are the birds. So we were going to put this one here and this one up here. And then a couple of the flowers. Maybe this one here. And this one down here. Something like that. And that would be what I'm trying to do. What do y'all think? Esther helps at the home at the rescue places to help foster home and help adoptions. That's great, Esther. I love that. I often thought I have the perfect backyard to foster a dog. I could easily foster 2 or 3 dogs, but we can't do that at this time. So I'm going to take and put some glue on this, and I'm going to use the white glue because it's lumpy, and I'll use the paintbrush to smush it down on the paper and maybe a little bit of the varnish of that matte medium on top of this. We'll get it glued down real good because it's part of the collage. But this is going to go right here, and it's supposed to go over her forehead a little bit, but I'm just going to have it just touching her hair. That's all it needs to be. Doesn't need flying in her face. You had 4 dogs adopted this weekend. Oh, that's wonderful. And we'll put the little rose up here. It would look cute in her hair, but I'm going to put it right there. It's close enough. A little bit of glue on that to get them down a minute. Paper's curling up. That's okay. We'll get it down. Now we'll get this one down. We're almost done. Wasn't this fun doing this little challenge? Uh, wasn't this fun? It was different. It's different. I'll just put that there. And then I'll take some more of this other stuff and paint it on top. And I'll get my brush back. See which way it's running. A little bit of paint. That's good. That's perfect. I said I was going to try to do something to get it to blend in, and the paintbrush did it for me. Perfect. It's supposed to be lumpy. Get this one down. Glue down the rest of this. Okay, that's it. Got her blouse. I could take uh, another little contrast pencil and just do her shirt outline here, like that, just to give her a neckline. I think that looks good. And I don't see anything else. Do you all see anything else on her? She looks like she has a double chin. Okay, let's see if I can get rid of that. Oh, let's see what kind of magic can I do. Can't have her going around looking like she's got a double chin. She's not that old. Okay, let's see. Here, lighten that up. I was doing a little bit of shading under her chin, is what I was trying to do. And I don't remember which pencil I was using. Maybe, yeah, that would be good right there. Bring her, uh, there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So, all right. I think I'm done. I think that's all I'm going to do with her. I think that's about it. And her, this stuff will dry. This stuff will dry. And I will let that dry and quit playing with it. Dab off some of the excess. All right. And then on the other side of the book, I will put this and maybe a couple more birds. I can put that on the back side, our inspiration. So I think I did all right. It's different. My grandmother would say, well, it's different. She never would want to hurt my feelings. And I'll take a picture of the original here and post that in our group. So, all right. Now, um, uh, what? Don't be depressed. I don't know what you're depressed about, but don't be depressed. We did some art tonight. Um, so, guys, thank you all for hanging out with me tonight to the end. You guys are so faithful. I love it. I love you all. And I will post some pictures and I'm going to go rest my back. I feel better than I did Thursday night. I had to quit early Thursday night. My back was just, it went on strike. It really went on strike. But I'm much better tonight. And I've been in here since 3:30. But I had to get in here to get some work done. It started. So thank you all for hanging out with me, and I'll see you all in the chat room. I'm probably over at Juju's here in a little bit. So good night, everybody. I've got the lids on all my glues. Everything's closed. Everything looks good. Okay, turn the hot glue gun off. All right.